Hello again, everyone. This is Mark Kalumba. I am reporting on Module 6, Analyzing Environmental Data. Just to give you a quick recap of the previous reporter, the reporter explained the various methods of examining various forces in a social marketing environment. That would include opinion leader surveys, media content analysis, public opinion surveys, etc. This report, my report, will zero in on putting together those forces identified or the environmental data and analyzing it for the benefit of your social marketing plan. Module 6 will basically zero in on three methods for analyzing environmental data, drafted by Kotler and Roberto in 1989. Those three are the scenario construction method, SWOT analysis, and issue identification analysis. And we'll go through that slide by slide. What is scenario construction method? It is a method, or a construction method is all about building multiple scenarios from available data. The commonly accepted procedures for construction scenarios raise the following questions. What conditions are identifiable in the future? What is the sequence of events and changes describing each future condition? What is the probability of occurrence of each future condition? In this particular case and scenario, I made up a mock-up project called the dengue situation in local community if left unattended. The condition is lack of education leading to poor sanitation and drainage, resulting to a buildup of stagnant water that propagates the mosquito population. Sequence of events and changes would include, if left unattended, possible outcomes include the increase of dengue cases and mortality rate in the said area, possible buildup of floods and stagnant water, possible spread of other diseases, and year-over-year increase of dengue cases. What is the probability of occurrence for each future condition? I think if left unattended, we all agree that the lack of sanitation is highly probable, and year-over-year increase of dengue cases is also highly probable. My reference material for scenario construction method is pasted on this portion of the slide. We will then move on to SWOT analysis, which is another form of issue identification. What is a SWOT analysis? And we mostly do this at work. It's basically identifying a project's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and strengths. It involves taking advantage of an organization's opportunities by employing strengths, while warding off threats by means of avoiding, correcting, or compensating for weaknesses. So, using the same project scenario, I created a simple sample SWOT outlining the details below. As you can see, on strengths, there's also always a strong probability that there will be a good multimedia presence in the said location. There would be subject matter expertise in the locality, and of course, local government and community support. On the weaknesses side, poor sanitation and garbage disposal process is one thing that can be exposed as a weakness. The buildup of stagnant water that propagates mosquito population is one weakness as well. The opportunities include wide-scale knowledge and education, private and public sponsorship, and long-term sustainable control. Some of the threats that I was able to identify is obviously rise in dengue cases and mortality, possible flooding because of poor garbage disposal, and of course, the spread of other diseases. Another example for issue identification is issue identification analysis. This method, employed to determine debatable points affecting a social marketing program and identify influence groups for or against it. This is also defined as recognizing and clearly defining specific issues your project seeks to address. A sample issue identification and analysis is what I drafted below. In this scenario, you will see that the causes have a direct relationship or impact to the possible effects. First, identify the core problem, which is the potential rise of dengue cases in the local community. The next is immediate and underlying causes. What are those? They are poor sanitation, that's a possible cause. A buildup of stagnant water is also another possible cause. And of course, poor garbage disposal process. Those are possible, causes of the same problem. What are the direct and indirect effects? Potential increase in dengue cases is one. Potential flooding due to poor garbage disposal is another. And potential spread of other diseases, among other issues that can be a byproduct of the underlying causes. The last step in this sample issue identification analysis is analyzing the relationships of the cause and the effects. So, understanding again the underlying causes of poor sanitation, buildup of stagnant water, poor garbage disposal process, I believe everybody would agree or conclude that the project to control dengue is a necessity to avoid the spread of dengue and the possible impacts of poor sanitation and garbage control. Presenting your environmental data analysis will help rally the cause and help promote partnerships, sponsorships, and more importantly, participation in your social marketing plan. Putting together a compelling environmental data analysis will allow you to sell the project more, will allow you to make it easier for you to market the social program, and drive participation, which is the end result and the desired state of the project anyway. So these are just examples that I provided for data or environmental analysis. Obviously, the scenarios that we put in here are simple, but we do hope that you are able to agree and understand that putting together environmental data analysis will go a long way in your social marketing project. At the comment section is my questions for this topic. I hope you learned a lot and I hope you enjoyed this session with me today. Thank you so much and hope you have a good time. Thank you.